What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to JellyGoonTv. Welcome back to all my beautiful viewers and subscribers, of course. Welcome back to the gorgeous JellyGoon squad. Today we have another video. We're gonna react to something that people they're gonna find controversy, and this is typical American propaganda. I love it so much. It's very entertaining to see. So yeah, today we're gonna react to 5 reasons you shouldn't mess with the American. You shouldn't mess with USA. Now I know the comments down below. I understand fully, but this is totally America saying that we are the best. Please do check the social medias down below for Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, everything like that. It'd be massively appreciated if you wanted to support, of course. But let's get into this video. I'm really excited to see 5 reasons you shouldn't mess with the USA. So it's gonna be hilarious. It's gonna be funny. All the love to America, of course. But let's see what they're gonna flex with this time. Of course, they have to mention Russia real quick. Let's go.
The collapse of the Soviet Union in the early 90s left the United States as the sole superpower in the world, and it's never looked back. In all aspects of the world, the United States is indeed a superpower, especially when it comes to its military might, which is unsurpassable in its strength, technological superiority, operational capabilities, and power projection across the globe. In this video, we'll take a look at the 5 top reasons why you wouldn't want to go against the US military establishment. The United States Air Force is the strongest in the world, not only in the number of operational aircraft, but also in technological superiority. The country currently operates a total of over 15,000 military aircraft, combining all the branches of the military service, including the US Navy, US Army, Coast Guard, and the US Marines. As of 2017, the US Air Force alone has a fleet of over 5,300 aircraft, 406 intercontinental ballistic missiles, and 170 military satellites, greater than any other country in the world. The USA has the largest number of stealth aircraft designed to be silent killers and untrackable by the radar defense systems of most countries in the world. Some of these stealth aircraft include air superiority fighters, such as the F-22 Raptor and the F-35 Joint Strike Fighter, heavy bombers, such as the B-2 Spirit. In fact, the United States pioneered this technology in the 1980s with the introduction of the F-117 Nighthawk stealth attack aircraft. Stealth aircraft are designed to avoid detection using a variety of technologies that reduce radar reflection from ground, sea, or air-based radar antennas, thereby reducing its radar cross-section, or RCS.
Let me pause here. I just want to say that America could definitely flex with the airplanes because they have very air superiority. You know what I mean? Like they really do have the air in okay order. There's some things where they lack with the missiles and everything, but it's very, you know, they have a lot of planes. They have a lot of expensive planes. Like America is one of those militaries who just gonna fly and bomb everything and get the fuck out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's America for you. But I really do find it interesting, especially the B-2 or whatever it's called. It's very beautiful. I really do like it a lot. Also, the Chinese Hunter, the Silent Hunter, I really do like that. But I think to say that America is the biggest military or the most powerful military is very tricky because you only know the public military. You don't know what people they hide behind the closed doors, what China has information, what they trying to do, aliens, whatever. I don't know. But I'm just saying there's a lot of development, there's a lot of technology that we don't know yet, and it's not in the public. I really do believe that, but it's amazing nonetheless, man. Americans have some of the most beautiful flights in the world. They really do. Like, really good pilots and everything like that, and it's just beautiful. It's an honor to see them fly because it's like they are so beautiful and they're so nice. No disrespect to any country. I really hope there's never gonna be a war. I couldn't see that because there's so much money in the world, but one guy gotta make one mistake and then it's all gone. Anyway, but I just wanted to say I really do like the aircraft in America and everything like that. For example, we see that Israel has the world's best military defense. Russia also very defensive. They don't really pay attention to the planes. They pay attention to defense because their country is so big, of course. Different countries have their different strengths, but to say that America is the most powerful American military in the world is kind of, you know, I don't like that statement, but yeah. Anyway, let's go.
This revolutionary technology
That's beautiful.
allows a
Look at the
fifth-generation
planes.
aircraft, such as the F-22 Raptor, with a max takeoff weight of 83,500 pounds, to have a radar cross-section of just 0.0001 meters squared, about the size of a bumblebee. What's more insane is that the massive B-2 bomber also has the same radar cross-section as the F-22 Raptor.
That B-2
Thus,
is
it becomes
beautiful.
extremely difficult to track stealth aircraft. Even if the enemy spots them on their radar scopes, it's a whole other story to successfully track them and register a
Really?
missile kill. The whole idea behind this technology is to break the chain in which a conventional surface-to-air missile defense system works. It's the same reason countries like China and Russia are also hard at developing their own stealth fighter, the Chengdu J-20 and the Sukhoi
No, China got a Hunter.
Su-57,
They got one,
respectively.
man. That's
These
amazing
aircraft
one.
will allow the US Air Force to assert its air superiority over any battlefield of the future. And we all know that control of these skies is the biggest decider in any war. The next reason why any country going to war with the US military should think twice is because of the strength of the US Navy and its dominance
Wow,
over the
that's
world's
beautiful.
ocean, especially the Navy's supercarriers. The US Navy currently operates 11 nuclear-powered Nimitz-class supercarriers, which is the largest aircraft carrier fleet in the world. The only Navy that can come close in terms of technological advancement is probably the Royal Navy of the United Kingdom, but they only have 2 operational carriers. The Nimitz class of carriers has a displacement of over 100,000 tons
What?
and can carry a complement of up to 70 aircraft. They're literally a floating small town in the ocean with its own airport.
Shit!
The Nimitz-class
Yo.
carriers in themselves are extremely potent offensive weapons, but the way they operate in what is called the carrier strike groups makes these ships even more deadly.
Yeah.
A carrier
They're amazing.
seldom deploys alone.
Really?
There are always a fleet of surface and underwater assets surrounding them and forming a strike group. These include guided missile cruisers, a destroyer squadron, attack submarines, and other support vessels.
Really? Wow.
Together, they project the power of the carrier and at the center of the group forward towards the enemy. While the carrier is carrying out its offensive role with the use of its air wing, the other ships are responsible to protect its flanks against any enemy attack. This combination of offensive and defensive strategy makes the US carrier strike group almost impenetrable.
There's a
The
lot of
United
ships
States
to take
Navy
out.
maintains 9 such carrier strike groups, 8 of which are based in the United States and 1 that's forward deployed to Japan.
Really?
For over 50 years, this has been the principal element of US power protection, and the Nimitz class of supercarriers are at the center of it all. Despite this, the US is currently in the process of developing a new class of carriers
Really?
called the Gerald R. Ford class, intended to replace the Nimitz class ships.
Are you kidding me?
This new supercarrier will be even more technologically advanced and is expected to continue US dominance of the oceans well into the late 21st century.
What the hell?
The third reason why you shouldn't fight the US military is their massive stockpile of nuclear and conventional intercontinental ballistic missiles, or ICBMs.
ICBMs.
The ICBM plays the role of the land leg in the US nuclear triad, along with the Trident submarine-launched ballistic missile, SLBM, and nuclear warheads carried on long-range strategic bombers.
That is-
ICBMs
wow.
are launched from ground-based missile silos, achieving high suborbital spaceflight, approximately 1,000 miles above the surface of the Earth.
Nasty.
The body of the missile then separates from the warhead, which re-enters the atmosphere and free falls to the assigned target at hypersonic speeds. The US military currently operates 400 ICBMs from its base in Wyoming, Montana, and North Dakota.
Really?
The LGM-30G Minuteman III is the only type of ICBM that is currently operational in the US. The Minuteman III family of ICBMs were first developed in the 1960s as a
Amazing.
response to the Soviet nuclear threat.
Yeah.
Throughout the Cold War and beyond, these missiles have undergone constant modernization. In the last decade alone, the US military has undertaken $7 billion worth of upgrades.
What?
The rocket propulsion engines, the propellants used, the guidance system, and even the flight control surfaces have all been
It's
refurbished.
crazy, man.
The upgraded missiles are completely different from its 1960s counterparts.
Let me pause here. I just want to say, imagine developing weapons only to kill people. Like, that's the only thing that you do. It's actually very depressing to hear that you kill people, that you're just developing weapons to kill people and to bomb cities and to kill kids and to all these different things, right? To basically slap your dick around and just kill everybody. Like, it's... it's crazy that we've been this far, but it doesn't really surprise me because in the human history, we always been superior for each other. We trying to, dick play with each other and trying to get the power, of course. But to maintain all of this and to constantly update it, you have to have a lot of smart, beautiful people on your team, man. It's just, I think America is definitely a cool military, but to call it the best in the world, I definitely deny that whatsoever. I definitely deny that. Many people, they argue that the technology of America is very superior, but I really do believe that China has something hidden down below, and the new Hunter they make is very beautiful too, but don't take my words for it. Somebody in the comments, please do comment, what do you think is the best thing? Do you think America has more technology, or do you think China? Do you think Russia? Do you think, I actually think, like, what was it, North Korea, South Korea, whatever they really do with technology? I don't know. I have no idea about this, but I really don't, I have it hard to believe that America is the most, technology advanced person. But it depends on which apartment, of course, you talk. But because America definitely, with the planes and everything, they definitely got that 100%. Love America, man, but still, to call it that is like typical American propaganda. We the best in the world. Nobody can fuck with us. You know what I mean? Like, the carriers of America is very beautiful. I love these guys, man. They are awesome, so big, so everything, and they are developing new ships. That is amazing. Can't wait to see them. Let's go.
Except for the shell. These state-of-the-art improvements and modernization programs have kept the Minuteman III system operational for over 50 years with improved reliability that supports the missile's remarkable 99% alert rate.
Crazy.
The latest versions of the missiles have a range of over 8,000 miles, which is greater than the diameter of the Earth at 7,917.5 miles. They can carry multiple 330 kiloton nuclear warheads, which is 20 times greater than the bombs dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Not only that, each of these warheads can be assigned to different targets independently. The technology is called Multiple Independently Targetable Re-Entry Vehicle, or MIRV, and was first developed for the Minuteman III family of missiles. So any country messing with the United States will have to deal with this awesome arsenal of firepower,
that is awesome,
which can be launched at a moment's notice.
It can.
If it weren't the ICBMs or the stealth fighters raining fire down on you, it would be precision-guided munitions, or better known as smart bombs, or PGMs instead. This is another big reason why not messing with the US military is a good idea. All branches of the US military use smart bombs in some forms or the other. These weapon systems are designed to be precise and hit a specific target with maximum efficiency.
Nice.
These bombs are so effective that during the First Gulf War, PGMs comprised only 9% of weapons fired, but accounted for 75% of all successful hits.
Wow.
Since then, for the US military at least, the days of normal artillery shells and unguided bombs are long gone. Nowadays, the military uses PGMs from air, ground, and sea. Precision-guided munitions come in various forms and use different kinds of technologies to achieve precise hits. A large majority of PGMs use the Global Positioning System, or GPS, of satellites to guide their trajectory to target. However, sometimes this becomes a problem, as GPS coverage is not always reliably available everywhere across the globe, or bad weather conditions can hinder operations. Thus, the Office of Naval Research, the Naval Surface Warfare Center, and the Army Research Laboratory have all coordinated to develop the first ever artillery-fired smart munition that will not use GPS guidance. The project is known as Moving Target Artillery Round,
Does it has a connection you can hack it?
The MTAR shell can be guided onto stationary as well as moving targets in both land and sea, using a combination of guidance.
That's actually one thing that military has all of this technology. I totally get it. It's cool and everything like that. But the funny part is that you can switch it all off and you can hack everything, like from a computer. Like, that's the most crazy part of everything. You can spend as much money as you want, but there is always a backdoor into it. There is no internet. There is no signal that is undefendable, like unreachable, or unpreachable, or unbreachable. Yeah, that's it. That was the word I'm looking for. Anyway, unbreachable. You can sit from the computer and you can actually hack a fucking missile. That's crazy, man. That's... Yo, I hope they have their system. Of course they do have their system in the right order, but it's possible. It's very possible that people can hack into the military and take everything over, like drones, everything like that. I heard about a situation where they hacked the drone. America don't want to get that out, but they actually hacked the drone. That's crazy. Imagine hacking a drone like that, man. Man, I wouldn't have beef with any hacker.
Technology.
Sheesh.
The best part is that these shells can be fired from the existing M777A2 155mm towed howitzer and the M109A7 Paladin integrated management self-propelled 155mm artillery systems already in use by the US military. The shells will also feature an extended range of 40 to 60 miles using rocket boosters to propel them.
Damn.
Once finished, it will afford the US military another potent weapon system that outclasses others around the world. Lastly, the fifth and final reason why you shouldn't fight the US military is drones. We're all familiar with what an unmanned aerial vehicle
This is what I talk about.
is,
Yeah, they have
and what
drones,
it's
but you can
supposed
hack
to
them.
do.
100%.
In recent years,
100%.
the usability of UAVs are steadily increasing to encompass all spheres of military operations, and the US military is the pioneering
It's all
spirit
good with the
behind it.
technology, but if you can
At
hack
first,
it, what the fuck
used
is
only
the
for
point?
surveillance missions, drones were quickly weaponized after the 9/11 attacks and have been extensively used by the US military in the war against terror as an offensive weapon platform. It's forecasted that over the next decades, the US is in line to purchase over 1,000 combat drones of various classifications. Some of them, like the Lockheed Martin
Look at that
RQ-170
beast.
Sentinel and the Boeing MQ-25
Oh,
Stingray, are
beautiful.
already in the final
Stingray,
stages of
really?
development, and once finished,
America.
will provide the US military with state-of-the-art platforms capable of multi-role operations, ranging from attack missions to aerial refueling. Drone technology has reached such heights today that a single UAV can loiter miles above the surface of the Earth for hours, waiting for the target to show its head and sticking with impunity. This capability will allow all the services under the US military to reduce its dependency on manned platforms,
Yeah, true.
thereby reducing the risks during future combat operations.
True.
These 5 weapon systems make the US military extremely dangerous for any adversary looking to get into a conflict
They
with
100%
them.
are.
In a conventional
Of course.
warfare setting, it's almost impossible to beat the US military machine. That's why modern enemies of the United States are employing more and more asymmetric warfare strategies against the mighty US military. Despite that, the US military juggernaut is hands down the most powerful military complex in the world today, and probably will be for decades to come. That's all we have for you today, folks.
I'm gonna argue
Thanks
that.
for sticking
I'm gonna
around
argue
till
that.
the end. If you like the video and want
Let
to
me
stay up
pause there.
to
I'm gonna argue that. Definitely you can hack everything. 100%. Where there is a signal, there's a breaching. Like, there's no question about it that you have all these beautiful tanks, you have all this thing running on technology and everything. There's a signal, it could be hacked. 100%. These guys are very smart. In other countries, you don't have to use all that money. You could just, turn the military against the other people. But America, wow, you spend a lot of money on military, man. Holy shit, look at those tanks, look at those planes. I just freaking love it, man. I love it so much. It's fucking beautiful. Like, American military is very beautiful, I have to say, man. I'm sorry to say, but it's beautiful. They have a lot of cool artillery cannons and everything, but I still think the Russians have the best artillery cannons. They're so satisfying to look at. But I'm not trying to put the countries up together. Nobody freaking cares. America has a military, Russia has a military, China has a military, and I have a dick. It is what it is. Anyway, it's a very beautiful video. It's very learning about the technology and everything about America. I think it's amazing that they're gonna make the new carriers. That's just beautiful, very beautiful. But yeah, it's really nice. Anyway, guys and girls, if you like this video, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification button to get updated on the newest videos that come to this channel when you become a member of the JellyGoon squad, of course. Anyway, guys and girls, I love you so much, and I'm gonna see you into the next one. Peace.